some people say, well, they're soft on crime. No, they're not soft on crime. They're pro-crime. They want crime. They want crime because they want to take over what you got. They want to control what you have. They want reparation because they think the people that do the crime are owed that. Bull. They are not owed that.
Jesus. So he's not just a crazy Republican candidate. He's a sitting senator saying that all the Democrats are literally pro-crime, which would be bad enough, incendiary enough, but they want reparations because they want the people that do the crime to have your stuff. Like it's a dog whistle loud enough that dogs living in other solar systems' ears began to bleed. And he felt very, like, this is not a hot mic. Can we be clear about that? This is not Maggie Haberman has a book and 2 years later she says, I overheard an aide say that he said. No, this was him at a Trump rally in front of a crowd of people talking about how reparations are gonna go to the people who commit the crimes.
Did y'all see what Stacey said this weekend? Said that Georgia's the worst place in the country to live. Hey, she ain't from here. Let her go back where she came from. She doesn't like it here. The only thing she wants is to be president of the United States. She doesn't care about the people of Georgia. That's clear. You know, when we saw in 18 what she did and what she said, oh, we're gonna have a blue wave, we're gonna do it with documented and undocumented workers. You know, I don't think a lot of people in Georgia understood that when she told black farmers, you don't need to be on the farm. And she told black workers in hospitality and all this, you don't need to be. She is demeaning her own race when it comes to that. I am really over this. She should never be considered for material for a governor.
That is David Perdue on the John Frederick show, the Godzilla of Truth, which doesn't really get across the image that I think he was going for there, or maybe it does, I don't know. Anyway, that is David Perdue saying that Stacey Abrams, of course, is a black woman, is demeaning her race. Because Republican, because America, because 2022, she's demeaning her race. She should be ashamed for herself and for her race, says this white man on the show of another white man to an audience of lots of white men. Jayar Jackson, what do you think?
What's the end game here? What's the objective? So, are you looking to generate some more black voters in America for your cause? Are you looking to have them go, yeah, you know, you're right, huh? Yeah.
It doesn't seem like that's the goal.
Like, what is this for outside of to come up with these negativity here? Or he's just mad and he's not thinking. That's what ignorant people do that are biased and think, I'm gonna just say that she's a traitor to her race. What does that mean?
I don't think of myself in any way as a racist, okay? I go out there and I've been fighting for a few years now for 34,000 kids in our school district. I can't get the black leadership to adopt policies that would help those kids. I mean, basic logic, because the black people deserve better. They shouldn't be held captive in our inner cities. They shouldn't be held hungry and dumb, okay, so as to provide a base for the Democratic Party. That's what's been going on. You can't teach them differently because they've been so conditioned to think that way. And that is so wrong.
So that is congressional candidate Carl Palladino, a Republican, who said that years ago. It's a few years back when he was running for a different office. He said what you just heard in response to allegations that he had said racist things. And he believed that he had not. And so he defended himself by saying a bunch of stuff that I think you could make a case sounds pretty racist about black people in the inner city being kept dumb and hungry. His defense will be, no, I'm not saying they're dumb and hungry, or that if they are dumb and hungry, that that's their natural state. All I'm saying is that black leaders who are Democrats have made them dumb and hungry, and I would love to save them, but it's difficult because you can't teach them anything because they've been brainwashed. And there, I don't know if he's talking about the leaders or the people or everyone. Look, this could have been more explicitly racist, I suppose. But even with his defense, it is clear that he thinks of this community in some ways that are fundamentally different in how he might think about some other communities.